What is up there, SEO pros? How you guys doing? All right, so we did an audit previously for a chiropractor's website. We found a bunch of good stuff, created a roadmap. Now what we're doing is we're actually going to be implementing from the roadmap that we did. So this is 5 hours of implementation that we will be doing over the next couple weeks. Today will probably be 1 to 2 hours of implementation. And then we're going to reassess once we do some of the things that we found in the roadmap. Now, if you want an audit or a roadmap or help with any of your stuff, you can just head over to chasesteiner.com. I put it in the description and you can basically get help there. Also, we have a Facebook group. If you want to text the word SEO to 66866, you'll be able to join that and interact with other people like yourself. So without further ado, let's just dive right into it. So I'm going to open up the roadmap. This is it. These are all the things that we found, and for some reason I guess we didn't create a top 10, but we did find a bunch of good stuff. So for instance, the SSL certification, the local business markup for the homepage, no indexing pages like this stuff. It could be really important that we do, and then also set up rank tracking and all that good stuff, and conversion tracking. We'll look at the other stuff as well in a second. So we got some people in the house. We got Anil in the house. What's up, man? We got George saying liked and listening. What's up, George? By the way, if you guys could like this video, if you haven't already, please give it a thumbs up. It'll help me out a lot. So you'll see right here, these are the clicks and the impressions for the business. And this is, we haven't done anything yet. Scott might have started working on this stuff after the initial audit. But either way, it looks like the clicks and the impressions are still going up, which is great. So what we're going to do, I always do this first SEO profiler because this is a great way that you can keep track of all of your rankings and then show positive alerts to people, and also be able to correlate this with the stuff you're doing. So we're going to go into our projects. We're going to add a new project, and we're going to put in Novo soft tissue, and let's just make sure we have the correct version of this by going over to the website. So you will see that that is the HTTP version, which we do want to look at changing over, which I can't really do without, access to the hosting or anything, but that is something we do want to look at. So I'll just open up my notepad, and in all the implementations, things always come up, so I always try to take notes for the things that I'm going to need. And most of the time, clients are happy to help out with the things that I need help with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, what hosting are you using again? We want to get SSL for the site. And then let's go into the actual website now. And this is really easy. If you already have Search Console set up on the site, you're going to have the data that you need to figure out what rankings you're going for. And you always want to sort by the last 90 days so you can get as much data as possible. Looks like we started implementing Search Console here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the bottom. We're going to go press download, and we're going to download as a CSV and open this up. Al Pakistan says, hi Chase, what's up, man? So you're going to filter by clicks, and then I'm just going to take, like, I don't know, the first 50 over here. Actually, I'll just take like 47. And we might not even need this many, but this is already stuff that we're getting clicks for. We are getting some impressions for, so it's important for us to track this stuff. And then we're going to want to manually track keywords as we go as well. But mainly, a lot of the stuff that we're going to be going for, hopefully is going to show up in the Search Console, so that stuff's already been done for us. So we're going to go over to Ranking Monitor, Rank Keywords, and we're going to press Add Your Keywords, and then plug them right in there, and we'll press Add New Keywords. And now it's going to go and find all the keywords associated with this website and where they're at and that sort of stuff. We can also add competitors in here, but not that big of a deal. So we're going to cancel out of that. The next thing we're going to want to do is figure out the conversion points. And the reason why you want to set all this stuff up first is so that you can show value. You want to show that the stuff you're doing is correlated with a high value. And the way you can do that is by measuring your organic traffic to conversions, and then also figure out, whether or not you're getting more traffic. But in the end, it's really about conversions. So one of the things we can do is offline conversion tracking. So that means we would track whenever a phone call comes in from like organic. Right now we're just going to make it for the contact form. So we'll go over to Contact Us. And you want to identify where all the different contact forms are. I think there's only one right now, which is here. So if we type in test or sorry, we'll do chase. This is a test. I'm at chaserunner.com and test. Or this is just a test. Please ignore. And then we'll put in the CAPTCHA. Press contact, and we'll see what happens here. So right now there's no redirect. So we don't know whether or not that's turning into a conversion. So one thing we can do is if this has event tracking in the form, we can actually go into behavior, events, and then overview, and we can see if anything's being sent to analytics, which it doesn't look like it is. So what we're going to want to do is probably a redirect. So let's do edit page, and let's see if this form gives us the ability to do a redirect to a thank you page. If it does, then we can just set that as our conversion. So there's the contact page. Here's the office, and I guess they're using a Visual Composer, which is what a lot of people use. And then let me see if I can go in here and change the contact form. So that's this is the design options. I actually don't see the contact form in here, so let's try right about there. So that's the separator. Let's try maybe under social icons or something. So I don't see that. I don't know why it would be under social icons. Maybe it's this one. Okay, I don't see it. So let's go back. This is why I hate Visual Composer, because it makes me look like a total noob. But I just really don't understand Visual Composer, where it's just so hard for me to see all the things that you should see on here. So there's the office. There's the contact us form. So theoretically, it should be somewhere around here. Maybe if I edit this. Design, responsive options, don't see it, don't see it. So I think it's actually in here. So maybe if we go to add contact form. Is this it? Name, website, comment, first name. So this looks like a different contact form. Where the heck is that contact form? Very interesting. So I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but I can just leave a note and say, you know, I need to figure out where this contact form is getting pulled from. Because like I said, this is just one of those things with the theme where it's just really frustrating, and I can never figure out like how to work Visual Composer. So I'm just gonna say, need to figure out where contact form is being pulled from. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the roadmap, see what we got, and we'll keep going. I already know a lot of this stuff that needs to happen, but you know, we're just going to cover everything that needs to happen first. So local business markup for the homepage. Let's just make sure that that wasn't implemented yet. So we'll go there, structured data testing tool. Anil says 7 watching and 3 likes. Unfair. Do like everyone. Thanks, Anil. Ali says done it, man. And Jake says, what if keywords you are ranking for is the wrong direction? Well, that's the thing, is like generally I'm hoping that it's not going to be the wrong direction. So this is right. This is good local business markup, and let's just make sure the hours are correct. We got the NAP in the footer, so 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. So that looks good. But that's the other thing, is like you should also make sure you're tracking what you aren't ranking for. So like, you know, your main keywords are going to be pretty easy to find out just by checking out your competition. So like if we're looking up our main keywords and we're not ranking for that stuff, then you know that's going to be a problem. But most of the stuff is going to be correlating to trying to rank for the general keywords and then building the other keywords out. No index pages like Nova soft tissue, so let's make sure these are all no index. So let's go into here, into here, and then we'll just do site colon boom. Whoops, sorry. Site colon boom. I don't see it. Oh, it's because there's a, there we go. So I don't see it anymore. Let's see. Let's just type in this. So let's just type in Nova soft tissue, or here, let me go into here, like that. So says permanently removed. Interesting. So it says permanently removed, but I don't know if this is delivering the right error. So let's see. Let's go like this. Oh, I can't even look at the actual page. Interesting. And it's also interesting because it's just going to... Huh, interesting. Well, apparently it's removed and it's also not in the search results anymore, so we don't have to worry about that. Which probably explains why certain things are happening, like the clicks going up. And I'm assuming the crawl rates have probably gone up since that happened too. So let's go to crawl. Crawl stats. And this might have been around when we were working on it. But overall, it looks like the crawl is about the same. So there was that spike right there. So one of the other things I just saw was like the uncategorized. So we want to make sure that that's not happening. So let's go into here. Let's go into posts, categories. And then we can set the default under, I guess, health. Well, actually, let's look at these posts really quick and see which ones they correlate to. I should actually probably ask him before we go in here to make sure that these posts are under these certain categories. So let's go to all posts. So we'll find one that's uncategorized, like this one. And I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna leave a note. Can you put posts in their specific categories so we can get rid of the uncategorized category. And then let's go into tags, make sure we're not using tags. And it doesn't look like we're using tags. Let's also go into our Yoast plugin really quick and make sure that all the settings in here are correct. So we'll go into titles and metas. Jen says, greetings from Netherlands. What's up, man? Then Jen says, how long after no indexing does it take for the results starting to be gone from Google? It depends on how fast Google crawls your site. Nil says, do country setting and search console to a particular country helps. In my case, a travel info site and blog for place. My native, I checked this in SEMrush, and Google US has more organic keywords for my site, while Google India is terrible. Oh, you're talking about like hreflang and where the site's actually being like indexed on different search engines? If you're talking about that stuff, I'm not really sure. But yeah, you can go by different countries and see where you're getting rankings for the most through Search Console. I know that. So posts we're indexing, pages we're indexing, media we're indexing, portfolio. Let's just make sure we don't have portfolio being any portfolio things being indexed. So all of these things we can just go back over here, do site colon, and then space and check that. We don't have that, so that's good. And then on the next one, we got custom post type archives. This is probably fine. Event post, video post, that's fine. We're gonna go over to taxonomies. So this is like the URL structures. Actually, this is where, was that where we already were? No. Categories, index, tags, no index. Format, fine. Portfolio, categories, portfolio tags, no. Testimonial categories. So let's type in testimonials. This is something I see a lot as well, as a lot of sites will index every single testimonial, which is really not good to have. So if we go next, I don't see it. I don't see it. And I don't see it, which is great. Sliders, we don't really need to index. Carousels, we don't need to index. Masonry, gallery categories, we don't need to index. And Nell says, thanks, Chase. Also, how can we increase indexability in like crawl rates? Well, you can be more active on social. You can try to get more links from high authority websites. You can continually publish content. If you keep updating your site with content like every day that's high quality, Google will be more likely to crawl your site. You can de-index all of the thin quality content, and also the content that's not helping you rank. So you can see author archives are disabled, date archives are enabled. Let's see if that's true. So let's type in like date, or let's try like, sorry, like a number like 12 or something. I'm pretty sure they're not using dates at all, so that's, you know, good for us. They're just using categories, which is great. Either way, I'm going to disable it just in case they start using dates, because that's something that we don't want to be doing. So disable and save changes. And then other than that, everything else looks pretty good. I'll actually want to check other sub pages of archives. That's good. So that's all good. Okay. Cool. So actually, one other thing, I didn't check if there was a sitemap in here. Let's just check that really quick. Yeah, there is. Cool. Let's just make sure that that's actually on the site still. Just these little things you want to be sure of, you know? Yep. Okay. We're going to go back to the roadmap. And so this is fixed, which is great. Mayank Rana says putting 2017 in titles of our blog posts helps it in ranking. In some cases, I mean, I do it in a lot of my blog just because it's people are looking for date relevant information. But like for like pest control or something, you wouldn't want to have like a blog post about 2017 pest control, or maybe you would, but it just seems less relevant. And Neil says, thanks, Chase. You're welcome. George says, is there any difference with Shopify for SEO? I see you're mostly WordPress. So, I mean, honestly, if I were you, I would make a WordPress website with the Shopify integration so you could do more. I haven't actually gone into Shopify, but I think you're pretty limited on what you can do. Also, no index tags and author archives, which I think was fixed. Yeah, it was fixed because now there's no more tags. Change permalink structure to include categories. So let's see if we did that. So services. So that's not, I mean, honestly, I think I was talking about the blog. In the services one, you probably don't want to do that. So Denver Chiropractic blog. So this would make more sense if you put the categories in here. There we go. So category tendinitis. Except that doesn't make sense. Oh, actually, yeah, it does. Cool. Sorry. It took me a second. I had to load the information from my brain right there. So that looks good. Except I don't know if there's 301 redirects coming from the old pages. And I don't know if this happened without doing redirects or what, because I needed to actually see what the previous posts were, if they did do 301s. Also, we need to put the different categories. Okay, I think we did this. This is good. We also have to do the silos in here. But I don't really know what the actual, if there are 301s. So let me go to one of these posts and then put it without the category. So maybe blog/tendinitis. No. Let's just try tendinitis, see what happens. Whoops. So was this an old page? Yes, it was. So you'll see the page authority of this was 20. So now we're not passing that page rank to that new page, which is a total problem. So even though we did do these, we really need to make sure those redirects are in place. So we need to fix pages to redirect. And one of the easy ways to do this is if you change this and you have SEO or Yoast Pro, you can do it automatically. But now we're going to have to change all these with like EPS or something. So let me do that. So what I'm going to do, so it's really good we caught that because we're going to be losing a lot of page rank on those pages if we don't do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into, well, let's see if they have one first. See if they have a redirect plugin. So we're going to go into plugins. I don't see 301 redirects. Here we go. So we'll activate. It looks like that's the 410 code that's being sent to Google, which is actually better than sending 404s. So if we go into, I think it's settings, 301 redirects. Let's also just test this homepage really quick. I want to see what the page authority on this is. I mean, sorry, the site speed on this is. TechInTweet says techintweet.com for no reason. My Yank says, thanks Chase, you're welcome. And Nil says, I installed AMP for test on my site, but later removed. However, Google still shows me AMP 404 error. Will this disappear eventually? How long will... So yeah, it'll probably disappear. Like I said, it really depends on the crawl rate, on how fast Google wants to crawl your site. Oh my gosh, my shirt's like almost a green screen. So the page speed on this is super low. I don't know why it's so low. So I'm gonna just put in here, need to figure out how we can up page speed on certain pages like home page. Okay, so here's the 301 redirect. So now we just need to add the different rows. Oh wait, I don't like this 301 redirect. Hold on, let me go get the other one. This one's kind of weird. So we're gonna go back to plugins. Deactivate. Delete. Wish I had some coffee right now. Can one of you guys like order me a coffee and send it to my house somehow? Okay, add new. Like there has to be a service online or something that you can do that for, right? Okay, so EPS. Cleanaway says, hey Chase, is it bad to use some word as anchor text on each service page to link back to my homepage? No, it's great as long as you're not confusing Google with what you're linking to. So you don't want to have 15 different types of anchor text explaining different things unless they're like synonym variations of what you're trying to go for. So like for instance, if your homepage is all about like made service in target area, you want to make sure all of your anchor text going back to that page is around that and that you're not trying to rank additional pages for the exact same anchor text. Peru Sotham says, haha. Jen says, Dutch coffee coming your way. It'll be there in 3 days. Nice. Can we make it a little bit faster so I could just drink it now? Actually, I had a girl who was supposed to make me coffee, and I don't know where she went, so I guess that doesn't matter. All right, so we're going to go to settings again, unless it's now on the bar. Where is it? Settings, EPS redirects. And I like this a lot more, in my opinion. This is way better. So we pretty much know what the actual post or what the architecture looks like. And you'll see this is something that was indexed, I believe. Actually, if we go to blog, they might even still be there. So hopefully they are still there. So if we go to blog, well, hopefully this is no index. Let me go into there. Should be no index now either way. So if I go view page source, no index, no follow. Or no index follow, that's what you want. You don't want no index, no follow. If it no follows, then it won't find that it's a no index. So so this is good. We got those no index. And then if we go into the actual post, this is bizarre. Category / muscle adhesion. Let's make sure that this isn't indexed as well. So view source. So that is indexed. And I don't know why that's being indexed. So if we go into this page, edit category. Blog / category / muscle adhesion. So for some reason, we're getting multiple category pages indexed like that. So if we do the same thing, but we change it to injury prevention. So we go back, we do category / category / injury prevention. This should happen as well here. And that's a really big problem. So I don't know why that's getting pulled. That shouldn't even be accessible, to be honest. So what we need to do for that, because if I do / category, let's see what happens. That also happens like this, which should not be happening. So this is more of a design thing that I need to ask about. For some reason, blog/category is not showing anything, any showing posts, and we're also, for some reason, able to access pages like these, which are being indexed. So I'll just do that /category/category. So that's a really big problem. We don't want that to happen at all because we're going to start getting hit by Panda on that one. It's not showing like these, and then I'll put in there with the little brackets. Cool. All right, so we'll go over to 6. And the reason I was looking at this stuff originally is because I wanted to see if that other stuff was still being indexed. So let me just go back to here. And then we're just trying to find like a post, like, well, all I can do is I can just do like this site : and then what was that one? It was, let me go back to, go back into here, go to blog, and then go to here, injury-free living. So we'll just do that one and see if that one's still being indexed. We're going to hope that it is. No longer indexed. I don't know why. So that must be because it's not taking the new URL or something. So if I do /blog/category /living injury-free, there it is. The problem is that the category should actually be listed as the category. It shouldn't be, it should not say category/living. So this should be prolotherapy, or sorry, whatever the name of this category is. So that's a problem. So we need to figure out why we're doing that, because we don't want to be redirecting to pages with the, like, it's a good start, but the URL structure isn't correct. So like if we go into here, and this is still being redesigned, by the way, so don't give me crap. And this should actually be showing a preview for the text. Gosh darn it, Joshua. Okay. Either way, if we go into something like this, you'll see the category is like this: blog/category name, and then the post. So let me go back into the site before we do all these redirects. So I'll go, whoops, go back into here. This is generally why I don't want people to do the implementation too much without asking me, but it's fine either way. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So if we go to permalinks, and then we go to custom structure, it's blog/category /post name, except the category is with the percent sign. So if we do %category % like this, save changes, this should be the correct URL structure. So if we go back to Nova soft tissue, whoops. Otherwise, we're just going to have everything indexed as blog/category, which totally defeats the whole purpose of having categories in the first place, if that makes sense. So if we go to muscle adhesion, so now you'll see the actual correct category, except like in the URL, except now it's having like duplicates for the actual name. So for the blog, these are actually not the categories, these are the posts. So we don't want the posts in the blog, we want the categories in the blog. So what we do to fix that, and you'll see also in the URL, this is the exact same thing as the category, which looks really spammy. So we actually want to change the URL for that so that the URL for this is the category. So what we do for that is we go over to the menu. So we'll go to Appearance, Menus. And then we'll find the categories. So we'll just go Categories. And then we'll just take these 3. Boom. Easy enough. So now what we do, oops, sorry, this is the wrong menu. Hold on. While that loads, I'll answer some of your questions. Per us, the thumb says epic. Anil says hee hee. I would love to send you a coffee. We indeed owe a lot. It's all good. My Yank says Chase is sarcastic. I try not to be too sarcastic. Peruse Shatham says, I will send you Harani chai tea with Osmania biscuits, famous in Hyderabad, India. I will send you. Wow, that sounds pretty cool. Mayank says 3 Indians in the live chat proves that Chase Reiner's fans followers are increasing to India. Nice. All right, let me remove these. Get out of here. Remove these. Remove them. We don't want them. I need to start being able to speak different languages. What do you guys speak? What languages do you speak? Okay, so we're gonna go to, I believe, oh gosh, there's so many menu items here that are not correctly or not well named. It might be top menu, top navigation, I think. Full screen navigation. I don't know if we have to change this on every one. So, like I said, I'm gonna remove these because we want the categories, not the posts. So remove, 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 remove. And then we're going to go to categories, plug these in here. Anil says Rana. What is that? Clean Away says, cheers for the info. I have just been on your site to book another audit. We noticed you've changed your website and that fave icon. Yeah, it's still being designed, but yeah. Thanks. All right, so blog, boom, injury prevention, muscle adhesion, and nerve entrapment. So actually, I don't know if this is going to pull right because we don't have the categories set up right yet. So if we go to blog, this is everything within the blog, I believe. And that load time is terrible. Injury prevention. So now this is the category, which is right. Boom. The category looks fine, except there's like a weird, it's like not pulling the images fully right there. And then the blog now has the correct the actual correct URLs. So what we probably want to do now is take a list of all of the correct or the old URLs and then redirect the ones that were there before. And then we need to fix these designs. So I'm going to say need to fix category designs before putting on drop down. Currently they are being cut off halfway, being cut off at the top with menu. And then I can just take a screenshot of what that looks like so we don't forget. And then I'll just save that to the desktop. Cool. So for now, we're not going to actually list those categories until that happens. And then we also want to fill out the categories with text going to the other important posts. But we won't do that right now. I'm trying to figure out where the heck. Oh, I guess I exited out of it. Let me go back. So I guess, whoops, there it was. That was it right there. Anil says Chase is rocking YouTube. Thanks, man. All right, remove, remove, and then remove. So we'll wait on those, and then let's get the redirects in place. So like I said, we just need to get a list of all of the previous URLs, which we can just go by going to the blog. So what I do for that is I'll just go to Nova Soft Tissue, head over to the blog, and let's actually see what the results are for this so far. I just want to check that out really quick, because we also want to do the most important things first of all, and this is a very competitive niche, so it's going to be a lot harder to rank for this than it is going to be able to rank for other things, especially chiropractors. So let's see if we're even on this yet. So Novo Soft Tissue, and the actual location of this, I believe, is Washington Park. I mean, our main keyword is Denver, but he actually gets a lot of hits from Washington Park as well. So if I go like that, go into here, you'll see that's what's getting pulled right now. So we basically want to get this removed so that it splits up with us as well. And then we have to do Google My Business optimizations, all that good stuff as well. We will look at that in a second, but we want to get this basic architecture set up well. So let's go into the blog. Let's just start pulling these posts. Boom, boom, whoops. Boom, 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 boom. Wonder how many posts are actually here. So grab that one, boom, boom. And I think that might be everything. Oh, actually, no, there's more. Whoops. Please tell me that's it. Okay, that's it. So one of the things we do want to look at before we change these URLs is the actual thing that these things are going for. So like, for instance, this is fine because it's not duplicate. So all we have to do is just grab this URL and cut this off, and that was the old URL, I believe. So we'll just double check that. So you'll see how it says permanently moved, which I'm hoping this is saying it's going to the new one. So if we go into here and then we go into the okay, so that's a 410. So that's the problem with serving automatic 410s, is that now we have these pages that should be redirected instead of 410ing. So I'm going to let those pages 404 instead of 410 and disable that one plugin, because we actually want to 301 that. And we don't really want to serve a 404 and a 301 and a 404 at the same time, because that just would not make sense. So I'm going to deactivate the 410, and we're going to go back and see what happens if we refresh this link. There we go. And now we go into here, and this was the old page authority, which was 20. So now we're just going to create a notepad and keep track of all of these different links. So we'll just go like this, put our old link there, and then cancel out of that one. And then all we have to do for this stuff is we just have to just keep clipping these old URLs and see if they actually used to exist. And then we can just keep our Moz bar open for that. So boom, that was definitely a link. And then we'll just wait for the Moz bar to load again. This is a page authority of 1. So that one might actually not even have been a page, unless it was a newer page, but either way we can 404 it. And actually, I think sometimes the page authority doesn't load until you refresh the Moz bar. See how it says page authority 1? Let's try to refresh it. It still says page authority 1, so I don't know. Either way, we'll just keep grabbing these. Oops. We just have a few more here, and then we can do the next step, which is just plugging them all in. Whoops. All right, so we got that out of the way. Now it goes on to step 2. So let's close out of these. Actually, sorry. What we do next is we go to the correct redirect URLs, but a lot of these are still uncategorized, so we don't want to the thing is we can redirect to uncategorized, but we kind of want to get them categorized as soon as possible so we can redirect them to the right ones. So that's a little frustrating, but you know, that is what it is, right? So I actually should have left those pages open and grabbed the secondary URLs. So let me just go into here and grab those as well. So go back. And it says, what happens when you delete and redirect a couple of pages with page authority 17 to the other page? Will overall page authority increase or link juice get passed? You lose a small amount of link juice when you redirect to new pages, but you're not going to get any link juice whatsoever if you don't do the 301s. So that's pretty much it on that one. So what I'm doing now is I'm just grabbing all of these new URLs because I should have done that too, which is fun, which is whatever. John says no iMacros or Python with Selenium. Are you saying for like pulling all this information or something? Because I don't know any of that programming language, so, or those programming languages. So what I'm going to do is just bring this over here. Whoops. Trying to put this on the side of my screen, but it's not working. Okay, cool. So let's grab the first one, which was injury prevention. So that's the redirect. Grab the next one, tendonitis. And I'm actually probably, I don't know what I should put these in. I'm just going to say waiting on category. Sorry, that's the one right here. Whoops. This is the tendonitis one right here. I'm going to say waiting on category on this one too. I can still pull the URLs actually. Let me just still pull the, well actually no, we're not going to want to do that. We're just going to want to get the new ones afterwards. So that one's uncategorized, that one's uncategorized. This one is adhesion. And we actually want to change the URL on this one, so we're going to edit post. Because we don't want muscle adhesion twice in here. So muscle adhesion, what is muscle adhesion? So that's a new URL. Redirect or refresh. Did I not save the changes on that? Gosh darn it. Forgot to update. Sorry, go back, edit post. Update. Go into there. Boom, grab that. Now we have the correct URL. Boom. Next one is, looks like we had muscle adhesion twice. Next is nerve entrapment. So I believe this one is it. Oops. And then you'll see this is the same one. So we're just going to change this to what is nerve entrapment also. Yeah, it already has that, so that's good. Update that. Go into there, grab the new URL. Grab the next one. Injury prevention. This one's good. This one's uncategorized. We're just going to say waiting. This one's uncategorized. We'll say waiting. Oops, sorry, I didn't grab that. It's not letting me pull this for some reason. Why won't it let me copy this? Copy. Paste. There we go. Go to the next one. Uncategorized. Looks like this one's good. Let's try this one. This one's good. This one's not good. Oops, sorry, I actually copied that one twice. Did I get healthy muscles? Oops. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong category. It would be, well, actually, we don't know. So let me just go into here, go back to the blog. Just want to make sure I didn't miss this one. Blog. There we go. Oh, I had it right here, but I guess the other one was healthy back posture, which I guess I just put them too close to each other. So let's go back to here. Let's try that's it right there. And then it was right here. All right, we just got a couple more. Triathlon injury. Let's try that one. We're probably going to want to SEO these as well. I mean, we definitely will with, you know, link styles and whatnot. Once we get all these basics dialed in. Foam rolling. Waiting on category, and then the last one is muscle tightness, which we are also waiting on the category. All right, so we can start doing the ones that we now have. So we'll just cancel, cancel, cancel. Let me check what you guys are talking about over here. Bring my dashboard. All right, we got clean away, audit booked and paid for. Nice, man, sweet. Tom says, you notice any crazy Mozbar page and domain authority changes over the last few days? I had a site from DA29 to DA6 in which what seems overnight. I mean, it's possible. Moz is constantly changing their stuff, which is really annoying. Anil says, mine actually got increased last week. Anil said, I did link silos and it helped me increase PA and DA2 got increased. Yeah, link silos are super important. You might want to check that there's not any broken links on your site for some reason, which might be bogging that down, or maybe if you go into Ahrefs and see that you lost some links, that might also be, you know, the issue. Okay, so we're now going to go to EPS. Oh, they were already here. So now we're just going to do 301s. You want to do 302s if they're only temporary, which we could do for the uncategorized pages, but we're not going to do that. So boom, 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 save. Same thing over here. Skip the ones that we're waiting for categories on. So we'll do, where is it? We're going to do new right here. Boom. Bam. And grab the new one. grab this one. So this is a lot easier to do when you have them already set up. If you have to do this like on a page-by-page basis, it's a lot more annoying. Waiting on categories, grab these ones. And so we got all those. So now we're just going to wait on the other ones. So I'm just going to delete these ones that have already been fixed. Grab all these, paste them over to the notepad. Waiting to do redirects on these posts until we put them in the correct category. Let me just save this just in case. Just in case something happens. All right, so we got some of that dialed in, which is cool. So you'll see change permalink structure to include categories, which we did, so fixed, but we still are waiting on a couple things. Also, we want to add text previews to categories explaining what the categories are about and the most important posts in those categories. Okay, so next we need to fix pages to redirect, which we did most of on HTTP blog, include the blog drop-downs. Also, we want to put text preview for the blog, so let's go over here. Want to put text preview for the blog as well. Anil says, I am getting some backlinks from websites with page authority 1 and in some cases from spam looking websites as well. Should I disavow them? I would only disavow them if like you're purposely trying to get those as like links to game the search engines. But if Google sees that these are pointing at you and you didn't actually try to game the websites or anything, it's not a big deal because Google can pretty much pick up on whether or not that's a bad thing. Need to fix pages to redirect on HTTP blog. We just did that. Include blog dropdowns. We're waiting on that. On categories to get fixed. Also on blog posts, make sure to add categories and take out tags. So we did that. On blog featured images, take out huge preview or make smaller. See what we got there. So go into here, go into blog. Go into here. So is this redirect not working? Redirected you too many times. So is there multiple 301s happening in here now? Hold on, let me see if there's a redirect going from, so we got eggplant. There shouldn't be any more, oh, is this it? So I'm gonna deactivate this for a second. Okay, I don't know why this is taking so long to load. Let's go back to blog. Let's go into here. Try clearing your cookies. Okay. So I'm just going to try opening it in a new browser because the cache might not be cleared yet. So let's go into here. Jobs. Plugin updates. No, we want to. Here, I'm just going to open this with a new browser. Redirected you too many times. So there shouldn't be multiple redirects in here because all of the redirect plugins are turned off, hopefully. So let's go back into here. Let's refresh this. Oh, I added 2 redirects on this one, sorry. That's why that's happening, I think. I don't know why I put 2 in there. There should not be 2 in there. What is muscle adhesion? Hold on, what's going on here? Edit. Muscle adhesion, what is muscle adhesion? And then that's what is muscle adhesion. So I don't know why that's doing it twice. Really confusing. Oh, I guess, oh gosh darn it, it didn't pull the correct URLs. I didn't copy them over correctly. Gosh darn it, dude. Okay, so that's really frustrating. So let's just go over to healthy back posture. There it is. Save. Now if we go to that, it should hopefully work. Still saying that the redirects are not working. So if I do this, why is that not working? Hold on, it's still the same one. Oh no. Okay, am I tripping out right now? 3 tips to prevent injury. Let's go here. 3 steps to prevent. 3 tips to. There it is. Save. Now let's try it. Okay, this should clearly be working right now because we don't have any more redirects going. 301, this to that. Oh, it's because it's not doing the correct path. Why is it pulling the ones? Okay, that's frustrating. It should not be pulling that whole path. So if I save that, that should 301 to the new one, which for some reason is still not working. So those are all right. That's right, that's right. Let's try this one. And you'll see there's 2 here. So living injury free. Living. Which one is it? So that's the one that should be living injury free right there. I don't know what this one is. And then there's 2 redirects here. Am I tripping out or is there like, okay, I guess I just totally did this wrong. Let me see if I can just Control C these again or Control Z these. Oh, I can't undo all of them. Undo, undo. Dude, that's so frustrating. All right, well, I mean, gosh darn it. So what I'm probably gonna end up having to do here is just let me get rid of these and see if it fixes the freaking loops. That's really frustrating. Okay, so we'll go back here to the blog. Go into here. Okay, now it's working. Thank Jesus. That was really, really making me mad, even though I should have not got that mad about that. All right, so what we got to do is we're just going to take the different categories. So we'll just go post, grab that one, and then I wish it gave me the URL for this instead of the actual post. So if I do post custom, no. So what I got to do is I just got to do post. And what I can do is I just go to post like this and then just find the correlating URLs, which I probably could have done in the first place, which would have been a lot easier, but whatever. So I can just go like this into quick edit right here, grab the slug, which should have been headache, which was the old URL, I believe. So it's probably just headache. Let's see. That says page authority of 1. Let's try blog/headache. No, I think it was just /headache. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it was. Let's just go back to the blog. Sorry for putting you guys through this, but it has to be done the correct way. So healthy muscles, like that. I know for sure that was the correct one, but if we just go to the old blog posts, so if we go back over here to, I'm gonna get like a brain aneurysm from not having these pages load fast enough. So we'll try this one. So that definitely should have a page authority. I don't know why it's not. It's weird because when I did one post down before, it was the correct, the page authority was showing up on the other pages, but I don't know if it was messing with me and it actually wasn't showing that. So I don't know if Mozbar is screwing with me right now. And I can't see the old redirects because, I mean the old page, old file URLs, because they're not indexed as the actual file URLs anymore. Whoops. I wonder if Search Console will actually show me the historical data. So if I go to search traffic, search analytics, and I go to positions, and then I go like back to like, you know, a month ago. I think it'll give me the historical data on those other pages. Here we go. Oh gosh, that was really, really annoying. So those are all the tags that used to be indexed and stuff too. So if we go to injuries, you'll see this was the old URL. And for some reason, Mozbar is screwing with me and not showing me the correct page authority for these URLs. Which I don't know why Mozbar is doing this to me, but it's pretty freaking awful that it's not showing me the correct stuff. This is why you can never like completely trust Mozbar. Okay, well that's page 20. And then I believe this injuries page now goes to this one. Because I think maybe the URLs were changed as well. Like these old URLs were changed. So not only were the categories changed, but the URLs were changed as well, I believe. Oh, and so was the blog structure. So blog, oh my God, dude. Okay, so the reason why this is so confusing is because not only were the post names changed in the site architecture, but so were the blog names. So I also have to do all of the redirects for the blog. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Dude, this is so awful. I mean, this is the problem with having somebody do the implementations without me like completely knowing like what actually was changed. Because this is just insane. Now I have to do like redirects everywhere. Well, actually, no, it's not. I'm freaking out right now. So the only things that I really have to find out are what the categories were that were before, which is literally just the categories after the blog, and then also the blog names. Okay, so, you know, I don't have to freak out about this, but I do want to figure out what the other Search Console data is picking up. So let me just grab these categories really quick. So unfortunately, we have to do this again, guys. I really apologize about this, but it has to be done right. So injury prevention, blog, and then I got to get those other categories, which were over here. And hopefully the categories weren't changed as well, because if the categories were changed as well, then then that's really going to be really annoying. So muscle adhesion, nerve entrapment. Whoops. Uncategorized, which we already know about. But we probably want to redirect the old one to the new one now. Okay, so those, and then for the actual, let's go back to Search Console. So here it is. So muscle adhesion, so these are all the different categories, I believe. And then those are the tags, which we don't want. We just want the post names. So I think yoga was actually a post. And then if we can see, there's a page, there should be some sort of page authority, so I'm not seeing it there. So category / techniques, which also apparently the categories were being indexed as well, like this. Which we're not seeing anymore. So I'm pretty sure the post names were just the post names from without the categories or anything in front of them. Okay, so what we're gonna do, so we have those other ones. So what we're gonna do is just grab, I guess the easiest way to probably do this would actually just be open like Screaming Frog or Scrapebox and just grab the URLs in here. Probably should have just done this originally. So I'm going to go to URLs. We're going to do import URL list and add to current list. Oops, sorry, from clipboard. There it is. Then we're going to scrape URLs. Oops, sorry. Tools, or sorry, Scrapebox link extractor. Go into here. We're going to load the URL. Whoops. There it is. And then we're going to grab the URLs in there. So just internal and start. There they are. This is where the URL is. So let me grab that. Should have just done that originally, but whatever. So these are all from the main menu items. Or sorry, these are all the main menu items, and the rest are from the blog. Oh, it's because it only loaded, gosh darn it, it didn't load everything in here. It only loaded from the from the non-paginated, like, continuous scroll. Gosh darn it, dude. Alright, so this is just one of those days. At least we can grab this one. So I'll just grab that. I could do it with Screaming Frog as well, I think. Screaming Frog might crawl the whole page. But what we'll do is just grab this. Grab this one. Oh, it's because it goes to the paginated one, which is... Okay, that makes sense. Oh, gosh. Yeah, there's something weird going on with my clipboard. Did you see that? How it's not completely copying everything over? There we go. I don't know what's wrong with my keyboard. So actually what I'll do is I'll just open up Scrapebox and do the other paginated pages, which is a lot easier. So for that, I'll just go and grab blog page 2 and blog page 3. So we just go into import URL list. Actually, let's do page 3. So boom, 3. And if there's a 4, I don't know if there's a 4, but if there is, that's what I'll do right there. Copy those, import URL list, import and add to current, or sorry, paste, replace from keyboard, add-ons, link extractor, and we'll do start, or sorry, I need to load them. Start, boom, show save folder, there it is. Get rid of those first main menu items. And here we go. And actually what I can do is I can just copy and paste all of these and just not use the ones that are in the uncategorized list. So get out of that. Get out of that one. And go into here. Boom. So that should be everything. So theoretically all we have to do is just get rid of the ones that aren't uncategorized. So boom. I mean, at least we learned a faster way of doing this, which is cool. So get rid of all that. We already know about these uncategorized ones. Cool. So that's all of them right there. So we go back to EPS over here in settings. And at least we also discovered the categories that needed to be redirected as well. So, I mean, there was something that was good that came from that. Thank God, because that was pretty awful. So CrossFit, then we just have to find the post that's CrossFit. Boom. There it is. Save. On to the next one. Boom. Let's make sure this is copied. New. And let's also make sure that this isn't doing a loop now. It's not. Good. And let's also make sure that this redirect's happening. And it is. Cool. All right. So next one. Boom. Triathlon. So we go post. Triathlon. Save. Next one. Muscle tightness. So boom. There, post, muscle tightness. We can find it. There it is. Foam rolling. Boom. And go to here, post, foam rolling. And then in muscle tightness, or sorry, see, it took it twice. Hold on, did you see that? Oh man, this is, I hate this keyboard. I need to get a new keyboard. So I'm going to go into here. Or sorry, foam rolling. See, that was a close one, guys. If I wouldn't have caught that, that would have been really frustrating to try to figure out again. So living injury free. Make sure the correct URL. Nope, didn't pull it. There it is. And then I don't know which one it is. Injury prevention. Important steps in fixing injury. Living. Oh, there it is. 3 steps living injury free. Prevent injury here. Post. Prevent. I don't know if this is for the CrossFit one. Is it triathlon? So blog. This is it right here. No, it's not. There's a thing called injury prevention, but there's also a post called injury prevention, I think. Oh gosh, the site URL structure of this too is pretty confusing. So maybe this is it. There's like a bunch that are injury prevention, but I think one of them is actually just injury prevention. So CrossFit, regular, so 3 steps to prevent injury. Is this it? No, this is healthy muscles. Wait a second. Should that be healthy muscles? This is 3 steps to living injury free. Let me see if this is redirecting. Go into here. Go into Mozbar. That is 301ing from. Oh my god, look at all these 301s. What the hell? Dude, I can't do this. Look at this. Why is this happening? I really don't understand why this is happening. There must be another plugin in here or something. Dude, I'm gonna like, let me see if I refresh cache, see what happens. Oh, it's because the cache wasn't refreshed, I believe. Because it was using that old plugin, which was making that loop, which makes sense. So 3 steps living injury free, that should be, or sorry, this isn't it, this is the healthy muscles, even though it says 3 tips. Okay, so that makes sense. Wait, the 301s are back. What the hell? Dude, this is brutal, guys. What are you guys saying in here? Living the dream, Chase Runner live on my screen. What's up? What's up, Vincent? So I don't know what's going on here. There's like freaking crazy 301s happening right now. Let me just deactivate the EPS and see if it gets rid of it. But I mean, what I saw was that there was like 3 redirect plugins going on in this site. So I don't know if there's even another one in here as well. But we also have all of these plugins which we don't need. This is literally hell. Hey Praise, what's up, man? Alright, so we did that. Open up Mozbar. So now it says 200. So it's fine when it goes to this page, but if I go to the blog, and I click on this, and then I go to here, even if it's disabled, it still has all of these 301s. Oh my god, dude. Why? Why is this happening? I mean, all of it's disabled. There should be no 301s happening on here now. I don't understand how this is happening right now. So that says it's fine. Okay, so in here, let's go to this other page to see if there's any 301s. So there's like 4 301s on this one. There's like 0 on this one. So anything that's uncategorized, there's no 301s. But anything that they are categorized, there are 301s. But the 301s are not active on EPS, so I don't know. Let me just refresh the cache. So now it's saying 200 okay. Dude, this is freaking weird. This is totally bizarre right now. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. So this was the category before we just changed it, the URL structure. That was it. We're going to want to put a 301 on this, but not until we get it going. Cleanaway says, so funny watching of a meltdown live on YouTube. I mean, I'm just so frustrated right now. Like I'm literally like not, there's just so much going on, and I don't know why all of this stuff's getting pulled right now. There should not be 4 301s. Like, I don't even know why there would be 1 301 without any plugins doing 301s. So I'm just going to start disabling these plugins. I mean, there's a lot of these that we don't need. So I'm going to get rid of these, which they might still be pulling data even though they're not in place. And also, all of these plugins are just like seriously bogging down our website. There's no reason that we should have this many. So get rid of all of this nonsense. Like, this is way too many plugins. So delete, okay. Okay, it's deleting all of those now. So I'm gonna try, I don't know, maybe opening this with Screaming Frog and seeing if it's crawling the same things. This is just like not really the main thing we want to focus on right now, but we have to make sure that this stuff's in place, because right now we don't want all these friggin' errors popping up like this, especially like multiple 301 loops. So I'm just going to go to Screaming Frog and drag this over because I don't completely trust Mozbar and what it's telling me. It also might just be the fact that Mozbar is being buggy right now, which is also really annoying if that's true. And it might also be that these menu items are using custom URLs instead of the actual names of the posts, which I didn't think about. So if we go into settings, or sorry, appearance menus, and we actually look at what these are actually linking to, Prey says maybe it's a redirect from the hoster's site. For example, on HostGator you can do it. I really hope that's not the case. So these actually are the correct URLs. So I'm going to ask Scott about that. I'm going to say, before I try to spend more time, big issue. We are getting redirect loops on category pages, on blog posts, even after redirect plugins are deactivated. Is this being done through hosting? I'm just hoping that the other pages, like the home page and stuff, are not redirecting for. So if I go to home and then I go into here, so that's not redirecting, which is great. Let's go back to blog and see if this deactivating those plugins did anything for us. Because like I said, it might have those existing settings in one of them, which even if after it's deactivated, it still has the 301s in place somehow. So I go in here, boom. Yeah, all of those 301s. So that might be what's happening. Because there's no reason that that should be happening. And you also see that these are linking to the wrong categories now, which we have to fix all the broken links there too. Oh my god, dude. All right, so before I continue doing stuff, like, that's just like the first thing that needs to happen. I'm just gonna say once redirects are in place, we need I need to fix internal linking with broken link checker to point to correct 200 status code URLs. All right, guys, so before I keep going on this, I'm just going to save this and send it over because it's just the craziness that's going on right now is literally unbelievable. So I'm going to send this over. Hopefully we can get this fixed. Need to implement redirects here when done. So, oops, sorry, this was the wrong one. Where'd the other notepad go? So I will be doing some more SEO pretty in the near future here. But on this site, but also on some other sites, I have a bunch more of SEO I need to do for some other clients. So I hope you guys come by and check that out. Where did I just put that notepad? That's not it. This is not it. That's not it. I must have canceled out of it. So if you guys want to stop by in a little bit, go ahead and do that. But until next time. Oh, by the way, if you haven't liked this video already, please give it a like. And now I can say it. Until next time, happy SEOing.